Welcome back to the deep dive. We are digging into a massive stack of research today, and honestly, this one feels pretty personal for a lot of people.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we are looking at the United States of America. But right up top, I want to give a special shout out to our American listeners. This deep dive is dedicated to you all.
Definitely.
We really want to hear from you, so please do not hesitate to comment below with your feedback and thoughts. Let us know if we get this right.
Right, because it is a massive challenge. The source material paints this picture of a country that's essentially a continent in disguise.
The scale is just wild.
Yeah, you are looking at about 9.8 million square kilometers. It is the third largest country by land, but the biodiversity is what really stands out in the research.
Right, you have the Arctic tundra of Alaska.
And the tropical heat of Hawaii.
Exactly, all under the same flag. And an economy that matches that physical scale. Right.
Easily. It has the largest nominal GDP in the world.
Powered by this really strange mix of, traditional agriculture on one side. Yeah.
Cutting-edge AI on the other.
Yeah. But here's the big question the research poses. With over 330 million people and that much geographic sprawl, how does it not just, well, fall apart?
That is where the operating system comes in. The U.S. Constitution.
Signed in 1787.
Right. It is the oldest written national constitution still in use today. It holds the tension between the federal government and the 50 states, which allows for reinvention without collapse.
So it is a framework for order, but the sources also highlight this cultural fascination with the unknown, like Area 51.
Oh, right. Nevada.
You really can't talk about the American psyche without mentioning that site. It's like the modern mecca for conspiracy theorists, aliens, advanced tech.
It represents that deep suspicion that there is more going on than the government admits.
Right.
True, but the sources actually make a great counterpoint here. If you want otherworldly, you don't really need aliens. You just need the national parks.
Oh, that is a great point. There are over 60 of them.
Yeah. The geysers in Yellowstone, or just the sheer scale of the Grand Canyon, those landscapes are just as alien as anything rumored in Area 51.
But they are grounded, accessible reality.
Exactly.
That is a good distinction. One is a secret, and the other is a shared heritage. Speaking of shared things, let's look at the cultural rhythms. The research points to two major events that kind of just stop the clock. First, Thanksgiving.
Right, which is purely about gratitude and family.
Yeah, and then there is the Super Bowl.
The unofficial national holiday.
It really is.
It is fascinating because it's this synthesis of everything American. You have competitive sports, high-budget entertainment, and massive commercialism all happening at once.
Oh, and the social roles are just as distinct. The tipping culture, for instance.
That's a big one.
Yeah, 15 to 20% is the expectation at restaurants. It is not really optional. It is more of a social contract.
And usually that transaction happens over food that has basically conquered the world.
Hamburgers, fried chicken, apple pie.
It is soft power on a plate.
Yeah.
But, when you look at all these fragments, the food, the vastness, the Constitution, it really raises a question of identity.
Yeah.
What is the actual core thread holding it all together?
I had a very genius colleague of mine whose name is Mehdi Kadarzi. He says that USA is not just a country, this is a symbol of unity as United States.
Wow. A symbol of unity. That is a powerful lens.
It is, isn't it?
It suggests that the united part is an active verb, not just a name. And when that unity is leveraged, the output is staggering. The data is super clear on the track record. The U.S. has won more Olympic medals than any other nation.
And it extends way beyond sports. We are talking about the Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969.
That wasn't just a tech achievement. It was a mobilized national effort.
Exactly. And that engine is still running today. The U.S. is home to the world's leading research universities.
It is essentially a machine designed to push boundaries.
So what does this all mean for you listening? It really comes down to this wild fusion of Hollywood storytelling and Silicon Valley engineering.
Yeah, it is defined by reinvention.
Right.
It is a culture that constantly breaks itself down and builds itself back up. And here's a thought to leave you with. Perhaps it's exactly that restless dissatisfaction with the status quo that guarantees it will continue to shape our shared world.
That is a lot to process, but a great place to wrap up. This deep dive follows our previous sessions on Iran and Italy, and we are really just getting started on this global journey. Join us for the next one.
Thanks for listening.